welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of decorating for early spring. I need to get down all of my winter decor. I left up most of my greens after Christmas because I wasn't quite ready to put away the winter stems and stuff like that. So I need to start putting that stuff away. I'm gonna save my magnolia leaves for summertime decorating, but today I'm just gonna pack everything else away, all of the little nods to Christmas and winter. It's actually funny because it is freezing cold in Florida right now. If you're new, we live in Florida and we are getting some of those winter temps down here, believe it or not. And so it's freezing. It was raining this day and I just decided to go ahead and make the inside of our home spring. So I'm taking you along, and my inspiration for decorating my home is really a lot of Nancy Meyers nod. I know that that is becoming like such a craze, and I totally get it because it's such a calming and warm and just traditional way of decorating that really never goes out of style. So today you're going to see a lot of my touches and how I interpret the Nancy Meyers style. I'm first going to put some frame art on my TV. I do not have an art frame TV, but if you go on YouTube, you can look up any art for any season. They have so many beautiful options, completely free, and you put it on your TV and it makes it look like it's a frame TV, and I love it. So I'm gonna put that on as my inspiration and get started. A lot of the Nancy Meyers decor is glass and just really beautiful ornate vases. I love hunting at the thrift store for all of these. Of course, I hardly ever go into anything but a thrift store to source my home decor. So much of what you're going to see today is mainly collected, and that's just the way that I like it. I got down all of my spring flowers from the attic and I wanted to lay them out on the table just to see what I wanted to use and mix together to make some flower arrangements. I love these green stemmy ones. They look so natural, which is exactly what I'm going for. I got these from Hobby Lobby a few years ago and I love using them in my spring and summer decor. So I wanted to just kind of put together all of my vases that I wanted to use. I wanted to make the arrangements, and this way I could just kind of grab them and plug them in throughout the house where I wanted to bring touches of spring. So for the next couple minutes I'm just going to be arranging little flower arrangements, and this is so fun to me. I love mixing and matching, and the florals that I lean towards do look very natural, so I don't have to kill real flowers, which is a bonus. But if you are unfamiliar or new to the Nancy Meyers aesthetic craze that is going on, she is the director of many movies that we hold near and dear to our hearts, like Father of the Bride, The Parent Trap, Something's Gotta Give, The Holiday is a big one. And all her movie sets are just so calming and inviting. They just look like a true family home. The idea is a lot of collected materials, a lot of interesting vases, but still very elegant. So like glass, I love the glass candlesticks. They look super elegant, mixed with wood. It's all about mixing the different textures and but keeping it very neutral with pops of warmth and color is what I would say it is. So that is just right up my alley, and I love going to the thrift store and kind of collecting things that feel like home, that feel like me and my style. And it's just so fun to see how it all comes together with different vases that I pick out and lamps. and just like little trinket trays. I just really love finding my own style finally, and it's feeling collected, and I don't feel like there's stuff in my house that's trendy that I just want to get rid of season after season. I love everything that I have brought into my house, and it just feels like me, which is the goal. This buffet is always super fun to decorate, and I wanted to display many of our little trinkets and nods to things that we love. So I have this chessboard that my husband and I actually do play, so I wanted it super accessible right here on the buffet. I have this little artichoke lamp that I got from Home Goods. Actually, it's Brooks Brothers, I believe, and I think that's the first time I ever paid full price for a lamp. I absolutely loved it. And these sconces I have on either side of our door, I love the silver, the polished chrome look, but my husband kept knocking the other one down, so I didn't want to just leave a single sconce up, so I have to figure out a new place for those. I wanted to continue decorating our buffet with some of those arrangements that we just made. I wanted to just keep it really simple but also interesting, so I'm mixing the glass with the white, and I wanted to balance it out. So I have two of these other vases that I actually use as hurricane vases for candles, and I wanted to balance out the buffet with each side having some sort of glass element. And then I had talked about the collections. I think something that makes a home really interesting is when you see people's collections displayed. And although I didn't collect these eggs, it kind of looks like a collection from like nature walks or something like that. And these pheasant feathers I've had for decorating for Christmas. And although I didn't collect it myself, I love the look of them gathered together in this clear vase, and I wanted to display it. I think it just brings a lot of interest to a space. It's like that added layer of pattern and texture, but still keeping it all kind of cohesive with the glass. Incorporating silver frames into my home has been my new favorite thing. I found this one at a thrift store, and I love printing my photos in black and white. I think it just makes it look super elevated, and then paired with some glass elements next to it, I just think it's like the perfect combination. And then keeping trend with the collection, not that I collect wine corks, I just happen to save them thinking that, you know, at the end of the year I will do a project with them, and I do. So make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to show you a super simple, really cool DIY with the leftover wine corks, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you stick around to the end. Like many home decor enthusiasts, I love collecting coffee table books, And I grabbed a couple of my favorite off of the bookshelves in my living room just to give this little space some height and layering. I love this kitchen's design book, which is perfect because this space is in the kitchen. I love looking through this. It has like 90s, early 2000s style kitchens that are just so cozy and lived in, but super beautiful. And it's giving me a lot of inspiration. We're about to paint our cabinets in our kitchen and change out the sink and the faucet and add some new hardware to all of our cabinets, and I'm very excited to do that and just give that space a facelift since I am in the kitchen all day long every single day. But it'll be really nice to just give that space a little refresher. So make sure you're subscribed and I will take you along on that project. But over here too, I wanted to add some silver frames again with some of my black and white photos of some of my favorite snapshots over the past couple years. And I also have to have something practical. It still can be beautiful, but I needed a place to catch all of our keys. So this little trinket box I thought would be perfect, and we can just kind of throw our keys in there, but they're still kind of out of sight. And then adding some more glass elements like we had talked about. I think the glass just makes everything look so much more elevated, and I love these candlesticks. I probably won't burn them over here, but I just needed to add a different element of interest. And then gonna plug in one of these vases that we arranged over in the dining room. I'm gonna bring this one in over here. I like to try and hide the plug that is above this console table, and although this one isn't very tall, I think it still does a nice job of kind of softening that area. And then in my kitchen, I don't know about you, but I love having a little lamp in my kitchen. It makes the coziest ambiance at night. I will turn that on, or a rainy day, like this day was super rainy. You just turn it on and it makes your kitchen feel so cozy. So if you haven't done it yet, I definitely recommend putting a little lamp in your kitchen. Another major element of the Nancy Meyers vibe, I think, is rattan or wicker, some sort of like woven material to add into all the other layers and textures. So I have these chargers and I love using them for my table. My kids, we eat here every single day, so I have to have some sort of placemat out here on the dining room table, and these are just perfect, especially mixing them with a centerpiece, a very simple centerpiece of just some glass cake stands. I figured would be pretty simple but still beautiful, and when I make some baked goods or some Valentine's Day treats, I can just add them over here as a quick little snack, and but it still allows our table to be super practical, which again is right in line with the Nancy Meyers vibe is beautiful but practical, which I am totally here for. If you made it this far to the video, I am so thankful. I'm now going to show you the wine cork craft that I had talked about earlier in this video. It is so super simple. I saved all of these wine corks and I knew I wanted to do a craft with them. So as I was perusing on Pinterest, I came across this, and it is a little phone stand that you can use to prop your phone up if you're reading a recipe or you're watching something. It's so easy. All you need is a hot glue gun. You could probably use Gorilla Glue or Crazy Glue and that would work just fine. You're gonna glue 2 wine corks together 4 times. So you're gonna have 4 sets of 2, and that's gonna kind of be our base for the phone stand. And then you're gonna go ahead and glue all 4 of those together to make your base. I'm then going to glue a little piece on the very first divot of the base, and that's going to prevent our phone from sliding off once we had the backing. And then I had to stop for some wine because, you know, it's in the spirit of the project. I'm then going to glue 3 different sets of 2 together. So instead of the 4 sets like we just did, I'm going to do 3, and then I will be gluing those together to make the back. I'm going to secure the backing of the stand right there with plenty of glue. And then just for some added support, I'm going to add a single wine cork to the back, just as some extra support, so when the phone is on there, it's not too heavy and it's not going to tip over. Let me know if you tried this down in the comments. Let me know what you think. It was a very simple project and I love it. I'm totally going to be making these and giving them as hostess gifts in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. I truly hope you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!